what your input about trust, building it? Is it something that you have to maintain it all the time? So you just have it once and done? How it works with your own team, and probably how it's, you know, paved the way to the other teams in your own organization?
I would say it is the foundation on top of which you can build highly functioning and really successful teams, is that trust. It's not the beginning, and it doesn't come naturally. I used to think that you could just trust people until they lose, you know, your trust because they do something wrong, and you get to give them the benefit of the doubt. But in reality, in a team composition, trust doesn't come naturally. Even if you put a bunch of really talented people together for many, many hours, they don't inherently trust each other. In order to gain trust, you have to work on it. And personally, I've worked with a bunch of different tools. The one that I like the most is Patrick Lencioni's The 5 Dysfunctions exercises related to the pyramid of creating high-performance teams. And trust is an exercise, is a foundation that you build through vulnerability at the end of the day. It's the only way that I know to gain trust, is to be vulnerable, is to create a safe space for yourself and for your team members to fail, and to be awkward, and to do things that you're uncomfortable with, and to share your shortcomings and your deficiencies, not in a deconstructive way, but in a constructive way, so that you can work on those things and you can learn from other people on your team, and do the same for them. And when you have that vulnerability and that safe space in a team setting, you can start to build trust. And it's not something that just stays there. You have to continuously work on it. Kind of against trust, there's other forces are working to erode that trust. And there's kind of another key term in kind of leadership lingo is the ladder of inference. People assume the worst about other people. It's not necessarily the case. When you have vulnerability and trust, then you can overcome that natural tendency to think other people are undermining you or working against you or working on their own agenda that necessarily conflicts with yours. I don't think people are inherently bad. I think they're inherently good and want good for themselves and for other people. There are a few rotten apples here and there, but through being vulnerable and establishing trust and accountability, you can weed those out and really understand and be selective on the people that you choose to spend your time with.